Vote. Nobody.
No.
Honorable members, that's why it's important. Don't make a speech, just say yes or no or abstain. Please.
That one for Baba Winner's point.
Dear viewers, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whenever you're watching this channel. So yesterday there was an incident in Parliament during the voting, because you understand that on Monday, I think there was that issue of a manual vote against the electronic vote in Parliament, and the electronic vote failed until the time that Kimani Ichung'wah rose and asked, why is it that every time they want to vote in Parliament, the electronic device normally fails? But then there was drama which unfolded in Parliament when Babu Owino's vote was declared as spoiled due to his decision to give a speech instead of simply voting yes or no. So when Babu was called upon to vote, it is alleged that he took the opportunity to deliver a speech, a move that ultimately resulted in his vote being invalidated. So Deputy Speaker Gladys Shollei emphasized the importance of adhering to the voting procedure, stating that when members are called upon to vote, they should only state their position as yes or no, without engaging in unnecessary speeches that could jeopardize the acceptance of the vote. Despite attempts by Babu Owino and other Azimio MPs to defend the vote, Deputy Speaker Gladys maintained that the vote had already been spoiled. So dear viewers, I want to share with you a clip where Babu Owino made a statement and voted, and what followed, and the statement that followed from Gladys Shollei. Kindly sit by and listen to this video.
Honorable members, that's why it's important. Don't make a speech, just say yes or no or abstain. Please.
That one for Baba Winner's point.
Huh? Yeah, it's okay, yeah. Take your seat, Babu Owino, Honorable. Take your seat. Continue.
Gakuya James Mwangi. Gakuya James Mwangi.
So this is so funny. Babu Owino's vote was meant to be an Azimio vote. So for the second time in a row, Babu has not voted for this finance bill. So the first incident when we talked about it in this analysis, when Moses Wetangula hoodwinked Azimio people that the voting would be conducted on the second, week, the following week. So Azimio people, most of them did not show up in their numbers because they knew that the voting was not going to be conducted on that particular time. It was going to be conducted the following week. So as a result, Babu Owino could not vote. And why could he vote? Because he had asked for permission, because he knew that the finance bill was not going to be voted for in the second phase. In this third reading also, a similar occurrence almost of denying Babu Owino a chance to vote has occurred, because now Gladys Shollei decided to nullify that vote. So Babu Owino's vote will not count amongst Azimio's votes. That means this parliament, from the latest events, from what Moses Wetangula did, from what Gladys Shollei has done by refusing to validate the vote of Babu Owino, that only symbolizes that this parliament is meant or is hell-bent in making sure that that finance bill, regardless of anything, goes through. As an advice, as a concerned citizen, if this is what is happening, then I don't think there is a need for even that budget reading process to, Azimio to be there, because it seems that the parliament is hell-bent in making sure that whatever they discuss about has to be in conformity with what William Ruto wants. And what William Ruto wants, according to Gladys, Shollei and Moses Wetangula, is what will be done, what will be delivered. There was no need for Gladys Shollei to nullify Babu Owino's vote, because Babu Owino simply did what I saw. Personally, I've seen Kenya Kwanza people also make statements when they are voting. In fact, the second reading, there are people who made certain statements and voted, but I didn't see their votes being nullified. But the fact that Babu Owino's vote is being nullified just because he made a small speech shocks many Kenyans, but that is what we expected. We expected the parliament to be one-sided, and that's what we've been saying. And that's why most people say that the parliament is a puppet parliament. The speakers are puppet speakers. What they do things in conformity with what the executive want. What the executive want is that finance bill to pass regardless of anything. So because they want that to happen, they will do everything to suppress the votes of Azimio. So the votes of Azimio are being suppressed anyhowly. So Babu Owino's vote was nullified, and it did not add up to Azimio's vote basket, simply because Gladys Shollei says that Babu made a speech instead of just voting yes or no. Whereas in the second reading of the finance bill, there are people in Kenya Kwanza who made statements. They made statements and voted yes or no, but their votes were never nullified. So how comes the vote of Babu Owino is being nullified? That is one thing that I personally do not understand. But Gladys Shollei has not done the right thing, and this move, or what she has done, is simply seeking to confirm our narrative that we've always had in our minds, that the parliament is a puppet parliament, and the speakers are puppet speakers. They do what the executive wants. They will do anything, even going to an extent of suppressing the votes of Azimio, making sure that Azimio's votes do not count.
Ambogo?
No.
Kosing David Losiakou? Lupe Antonio Kenga?
Let's not go back. Don't.
No, what is the problem?
The problem is Masharia Maiko Mwangi and
See, they have voted no.
No. Yes.
No, they have not
It's
voted.
okay.
They have not voted.
They have voted no.
They have voted no. No.
They have voted no.
Madam Speaker, we cannot have Babu here and
No.
they have voted
I'm
no.
the chief agent. I'm the chief agent.
Wango has come back. Now step down.
Wango is back.
Wango is back.
Wango is back. Wango is back.
We can't have three. They have voted no.
They have voted no.
Which one?
You can believe it.
Honorable Mushira, could you kindly take your vote again? Yes.
Just like what they did when they suspended the 7 Azimio people. You know, Sabina Chege is supposed to be in Azimio. So if Sabina Chege was part of those 7 people who were suspended, it's just Azimio people who are suspended. So the number of Azimio has been adversely affected in this voting process, in this voting session, and as a result, William Ruto will have the finance bill his way. I heard somewhere yesterday, I don't know whether it's true, but I heard that there is also a narrative that the 1.5 will be discarded and they will reintroduce what the government had requested for the 3%. So this 3%, if it is reintroduced, then that means the government is not giving a damn what the parliament is all about. So the parliament is just there to rubber stamp what the government wants. If they pass the 1.5%, now the government is saying that they want the 3% which was promised, which they had proposed. So that already means that this government is not conforming with the law. The law required that was supposed to be taken to parliament, deliberated in parliament. The executive is simply supposed to implement. They prefer 3%. The parliament had proposed 1.5%, but they forced the 3% that they had already been proposed by the government, which Kenyans rejected during the public participation. So dear viewers, can you tell us below the comment section whether you think Gladys Shollei's move was justified to nullify Babu Owino's vote? Can you tell us below the comment section? And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.